This man is Lou Groen. He owned 43 McDonald's located in the Ohio and northern Kentucky area. Now, he had a lot of Catholic customers coming to his McDonald's, and he needed something for the Catholics who were abstaining from meat on Fridays during Lent. Now, this is Ray Kroc, who had purchased McDonald's 1 year before Mr. Groen approached him with the need for a different sandwich. Now, Ray was very particular about the McDonald's menu, didn't like substituting anything, and they had only served burgers. No chicken sandwiches, no anything else.
What is that?
It appears to be a hamburger.
Not a McDonald's burger, it's not. Look at all that ketchup. You got 3 pickles on there instead of 2. And look at that. Look at that. Lettuce.
I don't know, Ray. Looks good to me.
What the hell do you know about quality? I was by your restaurant today, too. You got corn on the cob, you got fried chicken.
People love fried chicken.
Do they? Well, then let them go somewhere where they serve fried chicken.
Ray made a deal with him. They were going to try 2 different sandwiches during Lent and see which one sold better. One of them was the Hula burger. This was Ray's invention. It consisted of a ring of pineapple, slice of cheese on a cold bun. The other product was a steamed bun with a crispy Filet-O-Fish on top of it, some tartar sauce, and 1 slice of American pasteurized cheese.
When I was a kid, the closest you could get me to a fish was the aquarium. Now, thanks to McDonald's, I'm the expert. You see, most fish is not government inspected, but all McDonald's fish is U.S. government inspected grade A. And it's all prime white filet, the best-selling fish sandwich in America.
Tell him your nickname, Henry.
They call me Jaws.
Lou Groen used Cy Landy Advertising Agency, and its head guy, Cy himself, came up with the name Filet-O-Fish. This turned out to be the overwhelming favorite over the Hula burger. This is an employee pin and a customer pin, almost a matching set like you were going steady in high school. Now, if you look at the Feaster one, that is an old type of pin that would just fold over and you'd kind of clip it to your collar area of your shirt. Those are a real throwback. You never see those anymore. The very first kids meal ever offered at McDonald's was Captain Crook's Sea Bag. This predated the Happy Meal, and it consisted of a Filet-O-Fish sandwich, an order of fries, and those delicious McDonaldland cookies.
Ronald McDonald in Lunch with the Captain. Captain, let's both work together and get this boat in the water. Right. But first, a Filet-O-Fish sandwich. But Captain, you let go of the rope. That's trouble. Trouble for Ronald. A succulent seafood sandwich. Lunchtime. Ronald? Be right down. McDonald's Filet-O-Fish. And a quiet day at sea.
Now, if you're not a Catholic and you're like, why can't you have meat on Friday? Here's the deal. What you're supposed to do is abstain from meat on Fridays as a way to show penance for your sins. You try to make this one sacrifice and give up something that isn't a sin, but makes life slightly more inconvenient for you. It is something you're supposed to follow every Friday just during Lent, so it's only a very short period of time you have to follow it. It's a sin if you never do it, but if you make a mistake or if you eat something that had broth in it or something, you're not immediately struck by a lightning bolt. But there you go. If you don't know what it is, that's what it is. With McDonald's having this successful fish sandwich, the competition followed suit. First, you had Burger Chef, which was a big chain back then, and Burger Chef was offering the Skipper's Treat and also free suckers for the kids.
Why don't you try a new Mariner dinner? Fish dinner? And a hamburger place?
Delicious.
What do you think, Mom? Pretty good cook, sis.
Catch the Mariner. Only at Burger Chef.
You get more to life at Burger Chef.
Then in 1979, the King got involved in this as Burger King introduced the Whaler.
Just when you thought this was the big fish in the sea, Burger King brings back the Whaler. A crispy golden fish fillet. Tender, all-white meat, topped with creamy tartar sauce. The Whaler, so big, so tempting, so... The Whaler doesn't get swallowed up by the bun like some others do.
You know who, yes, you know who.
A makes you hungry for the Burger King Whaler now.
Wendy's had a fish fillet sandwich on Fridays for just 99 cents. They also had an all-you-can-eat fish deal at the restaurant on Fridays.
Wendy's fish fillet sandwich is made from pure filet of fish, so it's moist and flaky, like a fine filet should be. I used to eat the fish sandwich served at that other famous place. You know, the square fish. But I just keep wondering, how do square fish swim?
KFC did not present a fish sandwich stateside, but they did have one in China. And to advertise it, they had a weird Barack Obama impersonator.
Change, not only for America, but for the whole world. Not only for your mom, but for you, for your stomach, for a better taste.
魚柳包嘅味道 change 咗啦 ，KFC 家鄉鮮魚柳軟包，鮮力香甜。
Change is good.
In Hong Kong, KFC has something called the fish donut.
For donuts with a twist, try KFC's all-new fish donut.
Take a look at that styrofoam package for the Filet-O-Fish. Now, in November of 1990, McDonald's announced that they were going to phase out these styrofoam containers. At the time, McDonald's used more polystyrene packaging than any other company anywhere in the world. So as they started to phase them out, the Filet-O-Fish went from that to the cardboard box you get it in today. They did a parody in wacky packages. It's the Filet-O-Fist. Contents include one knuckle sandwich. Are you hungry? How about a knuckle sandwich? Here's an employee pin from the Old Bay version of this sandwich. They've done a bunch of variations. This one was in 2015. There also have been variations to some of the other sandwiches we talked about. The Whaler had a Cajun version in 1987.
Now at Burger King, the Whaler fish sandwich goes Cajun. The new Cajun Whaler. It's a tender, tasty fish fillet with a spicy Cajun accent.
You guys have probably seen this meme. They do use like a weird half slice of cheese. I think it's the same cheese that they use on their breakfast sandwiches, and the problem is this sandwich is so much bigger, so it always looks like you got half a slice of cheese. Your first bite half the time doesn't even have any cheese in it. In the early 2000s, McDonald's put out a Filet-O-Fish card game. You remember the good old days of the McDonald Land playground? They used to have this outdoor playground with hard metal equipment that you would play on, including those rockers that you'd get on and you'd do this. This one is a Filet-O-Fish. I want to show you something. Behind me on the wall, I've got a big mouth Billy Bass.
Give me back that Filet-O-Fish. Give me that fish. Give me back that Filet-O-Fish. Give me that fish. What if it were you hanging up on this wall? If it were you in that sandwich, you wouldn't be laughing at all. So give me back that Filet-O-Fish. Give me that fish.
In the mid-90s, a McDonald's in New Zealand made this car out of a Suzuki Carry. They did have a mascot for the Filet-O-Fish. He didn't stick around. This is Filet-O-Fish. I guess he was Irish. Hey, if you're enjoying these videos, please do me a favor. Be like the Fonz and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I love looking at some of these foreign commercials because they're so interesting. In 2008, they did a commercial for a double Filet-O-Fish featuring Mac Tonight.
Double. Come down to Mac Tonight. Double 魚柳包，雙層阿拉斯加深海峽鱈魚 ，double 份量，double 享受，全新 double 魚柳包，全線麥當勞每晚9點新鮮開。
I went to a lot of interesting fast food places last year. I went to a retro Taco Bell in Virginia that looked exactly like 1994. I went to the very first Arthur Treacher's, which is now a pawn shop. I went to the very first Roy Rogers, which is now a McDonald's. If you want to take a look at that, I put them all together in one video, and I'm going to put that right up here on this side so you can check that out. Otherwise, YouTube says this is what is best for you. So if you want to choose that, you can. Otherwise, go for this one. Go for a fast food adventure. No calories if you're only watching it. I'll see you back here tomorrow at 2 o'clock.